The stations of KUAM, proud sponsor of the 12th Festival of Pacific Arts, Guam 2016. What we own, what we have, what we share. United Voice of the Pacific.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, proud sponsor of FestPac 2016. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar, and King's Restaurant.
Coming right up, a 52-year-old man has come forward accusing the Archbishop of molesting him.
Plus, for the first time, Guam prepares to host the PATA Summit.
And we continue to count down to FestPac. Good evening, Guam. After 4 decades, that's 40 years, one man was moved to come forward and shared a harrowing, painful, and embarrassing secret: the allegations that he was sexually abused by a member of the Catholic Church. Now, a man originally from Agate has broken his silence, coming forward accusing the head of the island's local Catholic Church of molesting him when he was 12 years old.
It is the latest and without a doubt most shocking allegation lobbed against Archbishop Anthony Apron, possibly widening the growing divide for members of Guam's faith. Crystal Paco has more on our top story, which we should warn you does contain some graphic details.
My name is Roy Taitagui Quintaniza. I was sexually abused by Anthony Sablon Apron 40 years ago.
Roy Taitagui Quintaniza is now 52 years old. The former Agate resident was surrounded by family and friends as he read aloud to island media his letter addressed to the Archbishop. That letter he hand-delivered to the Chancery on Tuesday morning.
Dear Archbishop Apron, when I was 12 years old and an altar boy, you molested me when you were the pastor of Agate. After a movie, you drove all the altar boys home. I was the last of the altar boys in the van. I thought you were going to take me home like the others, but instead, you asked if I could sleep at your house, the priest's house, so I could help you with the church in the morning.
Quintaniza provided graphic details to the alleged incident and his struggle to fight back.
I used both hands and my legs to try and block you from touching me and squeezing my private parts because it was painful and extremely uncomfortable. I have been silent for 40 years, mainly because I thought all this time I was your only victim, and because I was embarrassed, humiliated, degraded, and terribly confused about what to do. I thought if I said anything, that people would not believe me, or that people would retaliate against me for coming forward. Archbishop Apron, I will not be silent anymore.
On Friday the 13th, the Archdiocese of Agana announced plans to file a civil suit against those spreading what they say are lies about the church and Apron. Quintaniza's attorney, David Lujan, invites the Archbishop to seek legal action.
As we all know, the Superior Court of Guam is right down the street. You know, he won't break a sweat walking down the file the complaint.
Quintaniza says he's not looking to sue the Archbishop for his alleged crimes, but wants him to step down and make a public apology. Family also testified to Quintaniza's character and clarified the allegations are not an attack on the church or the faithful, but to bring the truth to light. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
All right, Crystal, thanks so much. Now, we've reported previously that a full-page print advertisement paid for by the Concerned Catholics of Guam organization encourages those who have been a victim or have more information about sexual misconduct from church clergy members to speak up. The ad did not specify the accused, but dates and locations listed allude to the Archbishop from his days when he was a priest. You can watch Quintaniza's speech in full on KUAM.com and the KUAM News mobile app.
The Archdiocese Diocesan Review Board will be convening in response to Roy Quintaniz's allegations made today. In a brief statement to Island Media, the Archdiocese of Vigaña announces Deacon Larry Claris, who serves as the sexual abuse response coordinator, will be taking the lead. The statement adds, quote, "In the spirit of commitment set by Pope Francis, the Archdiocese of Vigaña affirms its commitment to upholding its sexual misconduct and harassment policy." Now, we should note that according to the policy, it states, quote, "By virtue of his office, the Archbishop has ultimate authority over and ultimate responsibility for the implementation of the Archdiocese sexual misconduct policy." And also, KUAM is awaiting an official tape response from the Archdiocese of Vigaña of the Archbishop, and we will have that tomorrow night on Primetime.
Now, the Survivors Network of those abused by priests issued a statement immediately after the press conference that you just saw. Western Regional Director Joelle Castick says they applaud Roy Quintaniza, who bravely told his story. Quoting her, "It is always difficult for survivors to come forward and expose abusers, but when the accused predator is one of the most powerful people in the community, it takes Herculean effort and strong support. The time for Apparon's petty threats and continued secrecy is over. We ask that Apparon immediately step down as bishop." Once again, Joelle Castick from SNAP. The release asks that other alleged victims speak out and tell authorities, not the church, and that lawmakers revisit civil window legislation to expose abusers throughout the island. SNAP, if you didn't know, is the oldest and largest support group for clergy abused victims. Today, they are 20,000 members strong.
2 minors are in guarded condition at the Guam Memorial Hospital following a crash along Totu Cañada Road this morning. Police spokesperson Captain Kim Santos says the 2 male minors were in a silver Toyota 4Runner when it ran off the road and struck a power pole, which caused it to break. Highway Patrol is investigating the cause of the crash.
Well, in other news tonight, it is an organization known to be the largest driver of tourism to the Asia-Pacific region. And for the first time in history, our island is going to host its annual summit at the Tsunami.
Issa Baza reports.
Tourism is our #1 industry, and PAT is the #1 organization in the Asia-Pacific region for tourism.
Making up 60% of our economy and 20,000 jobs. Guam Visitors Bureau Board Chairperson Mark Baldiga said tourism is the lifeblood of our economy, and hosting the annual summit for an organization known as a driver for tourism in the region marks a milestone in Guam's history. PATA is a not-for-profit comprising over 800 member organizations, ranging from government tourism bodies to airlines and educational institutions across the globe. Chairperson Kevin Murphy.
It acts together as a catalyst for the responsible development of travel and tourism to, from, and within the Asia-Pacific region.
The summit's theme is exploring the secrets of the Blue Continent and aims to address key regional issues.
We understand that the Pacific Islands are at a critical junction in its future development economically, socially, and environmentally, especially with the growing effects of climate change.
Minister of Tourism for the Seychelles Islands, Ellen Senon, and Nobel Peace Prize nominee Tony DeBroom will be some of the key speakers on these issues. And pertinent to Guam in particular, the summit will reveal the findings of a PATA task force study into the potential for a sustainable small ship cruise line in Micronesia. But the real highlight of the summit is a ministerial debate hosted by BBC World News on May 21st.
During the UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization, and PATA ministerial debate on the Pacific Island tourism, we will focus specifically on 2 topics: industry motivations and the ideal island economy.
And aside from hearing views of current leaders, PATA Micronesia Chair Pilar Laguatna said grooming future leaders is just as important. The PATA Youth Symposium kicks off the event on May 18.
I'm delighted to say that we have students from abroad coming to participate from the Philippines, Macau, Hong Kong, Rhoda, Saipan, and Tinian.
Over 500 delegates from 32 different countries and 199 organizations will attend the 4-day summit, which begins Wednesday. For more information on scheduling, you can download the PATA Annual Summit mobile application. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Issa Baza.
Well, just in time for the upcoming Festival of Pacific Arts, and the new Festival Village huts are now completed downtown in Hagåtña. Chamorro Affairs President Joe Cameron says the 34 concrete huts were dressed up to have a natural look, complete with nipa leaves and bamboo. He says the $2.1 million project will be an added feature and investment for the people of the island community.
During FestPac, this will definitely be a boast for the camaraderie amongst the Pacific Island nations who will be here for the festival. Each island nation will be assigned an actual hut, and in it will be individuals of different disciplines, artists that would actually showcase what they do in their countries.
Now, in case you're wondering, the concrete huts can be used after FestPac is completed. Cameron said during FestPac in the Solomon Islands 4 years ago, over $1 million was used on wooden huts that eventually had to be taken down. Along with the huts, the festival village will also welcome a new restroom facility to the Paseo area. The restrooms cost about $125,000, with an official ribbon cutting set for Wednesday morning.
The airport says it is ready for the influx of an estimated 15,000 people who will be arriving for the Festival of Pacific Arts. Executive Manager Chuck Addis says they put together a plan to ensure the smooth arrival and departure of the participants. Now it's just a matter of executing it.
We probably see about 9,000 people come in and out of the airport on a daily basis. So we have an awesome team ready to go to welcome, our folks. The timing couldn't be perfect for us. The end of the month, we're going to be going through our FAA annual certification inspection. So the sprucing up of the airport, making sure everything is, in line with regards to compliance issues of safety, and, our airfield situation is all squared away. So
Addis says the team has looked at every possible way to expedite the process. It has also tried to cover all contingencies from biosecurity to how to handle the confiscation and return of prohibited cultural items.
Well, we are going to take a little break, everybody, but when we come back, your power authority is rolling out plans for the future.
And hearings have been set for the rules and regs for medicinal marijuana. Stay tuned, you're watching KUAM.
Stay connected. World at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens,
it's a beautiful day.
We rely on the people we trust,
It's a beautiful,
who we can always count on,
beautiful day.
and to the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need
It's a beautiful day.
wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you.
Happy Guam, I'm Tsunami McKenna. I'm Janessa Quick of the disaster team. Let's talk about earthquakes and tsunamis. So what is a tsunami? It's a series of traveling waves. Tsunamis are caused mostly by earthquakes and can happen within minutes and without warning. Tsunamis can be small or as tall as a coconut tree. Earthquakes and tsunamis can be quite scary, but the better prepared you are, the safer you'll be. In case of an earthquake, drop, cover, and hold on. After the shaking stops, quickly get to higher ground because a tsunami may be coming. Remember, the beach is a danger zone during tsunamis. Get away from the beach, go inland, or get to higher ground. Especially keep in mind to follow the tsunami evacuation route signs to a safe assembly area nearest you. Thanks, McKenna. Thanks, Janessa. The next step to being prepared is to meet with your family and make a family disaster plan. For more information, visit ghs.guam.gov.
Hot summer cool deals only at Triple J Auto Group. Receive a free $500 Kmart gift certificate with every purchase, just in time for summer spending. Get unbelievable deals on remaining 2015 and all new shipments of 2016 models. Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, Kias, and used cars. New cars as low as $98 per paycheck and used cars as low as $85 per paycheck. Get pre-approved instantly at carsguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook to get all your daily headlines from Guam's News Network.
Well, the Power Authority is putting together its plan for the next 20 or 30 years of power generation. While GPA will increase the use of renewable energy as part of the future system, it continues to rely heavily on more conventional generation.
Nestor Lecanto reports.
In a meeting before the Consolidated Commission on Utilities, GPA laid out its integrated resource plan, essentially an exercise in how to meet projected demand at the lowest reasonable cost. GPA's blueprint for the future of the island-wide power system calls for retiring the Cabras baseload generators, units 1, 2, 3, and the damaged number 4, which have been the mainstay of GPA for so many years. CCU Chairman Joey Duenas.
It doesn't make sense to try to keep those old generating units running. So the plan is to build up to a maximum of 180 megawatts of combined cycle units and add that to the mix. And those units will run for the next 30 to 50 years.
The younger MEC 8 and 9 baseload units will be refurbished to bring them up to EPA standards. Meanwhile, GPA also plans to increase renewable energy capacity to about 110 megawatts, which will more than meet legal mandates. But due to costs and reliability, Duenas says GPA will still rely on conventional generators for the bulk of its capacity.
We will bring in renewables and add that to the mix, but we're not to the point where that kind of renewable energy will be able to replace conventional generation. We're just not at that point.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Well, the governor has vetoed Bill 2, otherwise known as the Retirement Reform Bill, introduced by the Vice Speaker and written in collaboration with the GovGuam Retirement Fund. The measure would have created a new defined benefit retirement system and cash balance plan as alternatives to the current policy. The governor's communications director says the bill was vetoed because of a lack of information that would have assured it was the best way to address the needs of retirees and not bankrupt the government. Bill 2 passed earlier this month unanimously.
A set of public hearings will be rolling out for the proposed rules and regs for medicinal marijuana. Last week, Committee on Health Chairman Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. formed a subcommittee to provide guidance on the Guam legislature's next course of action. The rules were submitted last week, leaving the Guam legislature 90 days to approve, disapprove, or amend. Senator Tina Munoz-Barnes was appointed to head the subcommittee.
We do have a timeline. You know that the 90 days is ticking since we received the rules and regulations. And this is our way to invite the community to come and engage and share their recommendations, their thoughts, their concerns, so that we can be able to gather all that information and then report to the Oversight Chair on Health.
The first hearing is set for May 24th at the Dededo Senior Center. Other meetings include May 26th at the Sinajana Senior Center, May 31st at the Santa Rita Senior Center, and then June 7th at the legislature's public hearing room. All hearings will begin at 6 p.m. The subcommittee is tasked with providing a report to the committee by June 12th with recommendations.
Well, DOA says that it continues to release tax refunds weekly based on funds available, in spite of a letter written by Senator Michael Nicholas Monday. Committee on Finance Chairman wrote to DOA Director Christine Belletto, noting that prior to her confirmation and in her acting capacity, the agency began to provide more funding for refunds with checks going out each week. He says, unfortunately, following her confirmation, the weekly payment of tax refunds has ceased. Nicholas says he's concerned that this is, quote, indicative of deprioritization of tax refunds. Belletto did respond that if Nicholas information is incorrect, Adloop also issued a response saying tax refunds were a priority when the administration came into office in 2011, before Nicholas was even a senator, and that they will remain a priority.
In other news, today is the last day of classes for the Guam Department of Education, and just as the school year is winding down, DOE is gearing up to house nearly 3,000 delegates for the Festival of Pacific Arts. Preparations will begin at the 8 participating schools Wednesday at 8 a.m., but volunteers are still needed. Deputy Superintendent Chris Anderson.
Right now, we have roughly 200 volunteers from the military, roughly 100 non-military volunteers who are also signed up to assist. And it looks like we're needing roughly 100 more volunteers.
Volunteers will be cleaning and moving collateral equipment and are most needed at Southern, Teason, Ukadu High, and Untalon Middle School. To participate, contact Mark Manjola. The number is 475-9303.
A former deputy GM may be returning to the Port Authority as Maria Taitano was recently appointed by the governor to serve as a member of that agency's board of directors. Taitano served as deputy general manager of Port Finance and Administration between 2013 and 2015 and had direct oversight on the port's clerical administration, commercial, procurement, marketing, human resources, and IT divisions. During her time at the port, Taitano and her team were credited with the port's clean audit review that qualified the port as a low-risk auditee for federal grants. She also spent more than 26 years in the private sector, most recently as VP of Administration for Island Home Insurance, being the acting CEO and acting vice president of Staywell.
They're guardian angels in times of emergency and disaster. To honor the men and women who are the first on the scene, May 15th through May 21st has been designated Emergency Medical Services Week. A proclamation signing was held Monday morning in conjunction with an award ceremony for EMT of the Year. Awards were given to JFD's Bobby Jean Manjola, Jeffrey Chaco, and Peter Martinez, U.S. Naval Base Guam's Eric Gambala and Joshua Fosgate, Anderson Air Force Base Jiraka Kenga and Timothy Johansson, and St. Joseph's New Hope Medical Transport's Christian Tyler Dennis.
Well, please stay tuned. Sports is coming up next.
There's a sense of excitement in the air as we witness history repeat itself right before our eyes. Chamorros are gathering once again as their ancestors did 500 years ago to revive our voyaging canoe practices that fascinated early European voyagers. The canoes, known as flying proas for their swift and sleek movements, showcased impressive engineering and agility of the early Chamorros. As the exclusive telecom provider of FESPAC, GTA is carrying on the tradition of providing the most advanced technology and engineering and telecommunications to our island community. Although a lot has changed since our ancestors navigated these waters 500 years ago, our commitment to our familia, our island, and our culture remains steadfast and ever present. GTA, connecting voices of the Pacific.
Sometimes I don't want to be here.
When it can all feel so overwhelming.
And I can't be the best of me. All I want to do is run away. Or do something.
Or give up.
But I have a choice. To reach out.
To believe in myself.
To clear my head and do what's best for my mental health.
And my mental health.
And my mental health.
Now is the time, Guam. The drive-in discovery event is going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Get the award-winning 2016 Hyundai Accent starting at just $11,995. That's right, $11,995. Or indulge in the completely redesigned 2017 Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995. For fast credit approval, visit us online at carsplusguam.com. With quick and easy financing available, the time to buy is now. Come experience the drive-in discovery event today at Cars Plus Hyundai, the official vehicle sponsor of FestPack. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Welcome to
No envelopes?
No deposit slips?
Welcome to
Wow.
That's it?
That's really easy.
Welcome to the new Bank of Hawaii Easy Deposit ATMs for personal and business accounts. Just insert your checks or cash. No deposit slips or envelopes. Confirm your deposit and get a receipt with your checks printed right on it. Welcome to the next generation of
Wow.
Cool.
Easy.
Welcome to tomorrow. Bank of Hawaii.
Meet Terry and Hannah. They are smart shoppers. They take the time to research large purchases so they get the best deal for their money, which is good because they are in the market for their first house. So far, they've done everything right. They met with a qualified real estate agent who helped them find their dream home. They have loan proposals from 3 lenders to compare, and they have decided to protect the ownership of their home with an owner's title insurance policy from Title Guarantee of Guam. Terry and Hannah know that buying a home is the largest purchase they will make in their lifetime. Getting title insurance will not only protect their ownership of the land, but will also protect their children's ownership rights as well, for as long as they own the land. Title Guarantee of Guam has been helping folks like Terry and Hannah for over 50 years. We are the first and oldest title and escrow company on Guam. No one understands property title better than us. Let us help you with this most important investment.
This is what precision looks like, helping you see what's hard to see, thanks to Terrain Denali's Side Blind Zone Alert that uses radar to watch your blind spots. So it's true, Mom does have eyes in the back of her head. The new, meticulously crafted 2016 Terrain Denali. From GMC, this is the precision of professional grade.
Visit AutoSpot GMC today for great offers. We are your GMC dealer of Guam.
Hafa Guam, Chris Barnett with sports. Thanks for joining us. As always, the biggest show ever starts right now in our high school sports special. Let's kick it off by running things and jumping over stuff with IIAAG track and field. IIAG high school track and field all island results. Varsity men's 110-meter hurdles. First place, Johnny Kittigwa, JFK Islanders, 15.24. Second, John Olandes, Ukunu Bulldogs with 16.59. Third place, Ken Delphin, Sanchez Sharks, 16.94. Over the varsity men's 100-meter sprint. First place, Keith Charret, Guam High Panthers, 11.36. Second place of the Geckos, Norbin Tiru, 11.39. Third place, Matthew Wong, Tijan High, 11.51. Varsity women's 100-meter hurdles. First place, Brittany Bailey, Guam High, 16.39. Second place, Rochelle Tugade, JFK Islanders, 17.47. Third place, Maureen De La Paz, Ukadu Bulldogs, 17.49. And over in the varsity women's 100-meter sprint, she finished the year undefeated. First place, Regine Tugay, JFK Islanders, 12.35. Second, Shania Bulala, Ukadu Bulldogs, 12.96. Third, Celine Amparo, also the Bulldogs, 13.21. The 2016 IIAAG Boys High School Volleyball season came to an end at the Southern High Gym. In the third place consolation game, the JFK Islanders beat out the home team Southern High Dolphins in 4 sets, 25-18, 25-21, 21-25, 25-23, behind big play from Billy Belger and Chris Connor. Now for all the marbles, the championship title also decided in 4 sets with the Father Duenas Friars and George Washington Geckos meeting up in the finals, the Battle of Manilao at Southern High. The Friars entering the championship match as the lowest seed to make it to the finals. They were the 7th seed, and they took the first 2 sets, 25-20, 25-23. Geckos, though, bouncing back, taking the third set, 26-24. And the Geckos would fight to the end and eventually lose in the 4th set, 25-21. So the FD Friars started from the bottom. Now we're here. DeAndre Cruz played big for FD at the net, putting down several kills, while teammate and league MVP Eric Atta stepped up and took care of business on both sides of the ball to help secure the win.
No one believed we were going to do it. We played our hearts out, and this is the result, man. I'm proud of my boys. They worked their hearts out.
Now for high school paddling results from Matapang Beach. Teams hitting the water for the final races of the season. 500-meter finals overall winners. The Sanchez Sharks with a time at 2:19.2. Sotera GW Geckos 2:48.6. Soteru Sanchez Sharks 2:19.2. Sotera Mix. The Sanchez Sharks at 2:32.9. And in the 1,500-meter finals, overall winners, Islanders 8:06.6. Sotera Sanchez Sharks 9:06. Soteru JFK Islanders 8:06.6. And in the mix, JFK Islanders 8:40.2. All right. Hey, just want to say congrats to Oda Gratz. And remember, anything sports, hit up our sports director, Dave Delgado, show at KUAM.com. That's show without the W. But I hope you get that win because you keep on shining, Guam. My name is Chris Barnett. Thanks for watching. Adios.
Take a look around you, everything it has a beat. From the people all around to the walls of concrete. There's a rhythm, there's a flow, there's a stop, there's a go. If you never paid attention, then maybe you didn't know. Everything is moving to a relative time. You can always count it out. There's a reason and a rhyme. You will make me feel alive like the music so sweet. So get up off your seat, just feel the beat. Just feel the beat, yeah. Just feel the beat. Hey.
The spring cleaning event is on at Nissan.
And you can get into an all-new 2016 Nissan Altima with no money down. During the spring cleaning event, you'll find other great no-money down deals on the Nissan Murano, Maxima, and Frontier Crew Cab. Drive away in the award-winning in style in 2016 Nissan Altima with no money down during the spring cleaning event at Nissan Upper Tumon. Find out more at nissanguam.com.
When you reserve a party at Chuck E. Cheese's, it's guaranteed to be a blast! 3, 2, 1! Blast off! And now, birthdays are more of a blast than ever! Because for a limited time, tickets in the Ticket Blaster are worth double! A kid can be a kid!
Unbreakable. We're in the car on a highway. It's a magical feeling that no one's got home. This is your home. It's alive. It's pumping blood. In a whole wide world, it's Switzerland. It's Switzerland.
Did you know that when you purchase products that are made in Guam, you support our local businesses and entrepreneurs?
You allow creative individuals to pursue their dreams. You encourage people to imagine, and you inspire others.
Like me. And me. People like me. And me.
And me. So the next time you're in the market for something, look for products made in Guam. Let's support our local visionaries and allow them to inspire us and generations to come.
Get ready for the most unforgettable music event of the year. The Guam Visitors Bureau is proud to once again bring you the Lotte Duty Free Guam Live International Music Festival at the Governor Joseph Flores Memorial Park on Sunday, May 29th. Guam Live 2016 will feature some of the world's hottest musical acts, including Pia Mia, Jay Park, Chloe Kai, and Micah G. With performances by Kali Buds, Common Kings, Fiji, The Manal Company, and The John Dank Show. Get your tickets now at all 76 Circle K locations, MWR, Anderson, ITT, Guam Auto Spot, and online at guam-live.com. The Lotte Duty Free Guam Live International Music Festival is presented by United Airlines, Duzatani Guam Resort, Docomo Pacific, 76 Circle K, Guam Auto Spot, PIC, the stations of KUAM and Heineken. Brought to you by... With special thanks to... This is a GVB signature event.
Most fast food places use formulas to create their combos, but all that math doesn't always equal something tasty. At my place, you can get a mouth-watering sourdough bacon ranch combo. A full-size beef patty, bacon, and creamy ranch sauce on toasted sourdough bread, plus hot and salty fries and a drink for just $4.99. Because flavor always beats formulas. Sourdough bacon ranch combo, just $4.99 for a limited time. Combo's done my way.
All right, one more thing to do before we put this newscast in history books. It is say happy birthday to some very special Guamanians. So, on behalf of KUAM, the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, happy birthday go out tonight to Nautala Arceo.
Marjorie Leon Guerrero.
Also, happy birthday going out to Becky Sablan this evening.
Happy birthday going out to Tamara Muna.
And happy birthday simply to JR. This comes from JR or Junior. I'm not sure which, but happy birthday nonetheless.
Happy birthday to John Castro.
And a happy birthday tonight to Stephanie and Kaikenko.
You can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just head on over to KUAM.com.
All right, we're done. Bye-bye.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Hafe and welcome to the Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition of KUAM News Extra. I'm Isa Baza. So glad you could join us. Coming up in tonight's show, we give you all the latest on the upcoming Relay for Life happening this Friday. But first, here's this week's Health Check Report with Joan Uggan-Charfris.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
The Department of Public Health and Social Services, in partnership with the Tobacco Control Action Team of the Guam Non-Communicable Disease Consortium, is proud to announce the inaugural Breath of Life Tobacco Control Awards. This program has been developed to recognize individuals and organizations locally that are responsible for driving tobacco control progress and success on island. 5 winners will be awarded for their outstanding work and contributions in tobacco control. Examples of progress and success include, but are not limited to, protecting community from secondhand smoke, implementing education and prevention policies or activities, success in helping tobacco users quit, warning of the dangers of tobacco use and secondhand smoke, enforcing bans on advertising, promotion, and sponsorship, and policy or advocacy work that further protects the community from the dangers of tobacco. Winners will be selected for the following categories: the Youth Award, which is an individual up to 17 years old; the Youth Group Award, which involves school, organization, team, or youth groups; Adult Award; Community Organization Award, which include private public organizations, government agencies, or faith-based groups; and the Legacy Award. The nominees' contributions or achievements must be for activities conducted in Guam. Ongoing activities are acceptable. Nominees do not have to be a member of the NCD consortium. Anyone may submit a nomination. Completed and signed nomination forms must be submitted by 4 p.m. on Wednesday, June 15th of this year. Completed nominations should be submitted via email to Elizabeth Guerrero. The email is elizabeth.guerrero@dphss.guam.gov. Again, the deadline for submission is 4 p.m. on Wednesday, June 15th. If you have any questions regarding the award program rules, you're encouraged to call Elizabeth Guerrero at 735-7303. With this week's Health Check Report, I'm Joan Uggan-Charfris.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Thanks, Joan. Stay tuned. We'll have more on Relay for Life after the break.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
There's a sense of excitement in the air as we witness history repeat itself right before our eyes. Chamorros are gathering once again as their ancestors did 500 years ago to revive our voyaging canoe practices that fascinated early European voyagers. The canoes, known as flying proas for their swift and sleek movements, showcased impressive engineering and agility of the early Chamorros. As the exclusive telecom provider of FestPac, GTA is carrying on the tradition of providing the most advanced technology and engineering and telecommunications to our island community. Although a lot has changed since our ancestors navigated these waters 500 years ago, our commitment to our familia, our island, and our culture remains steadfast and ever present. GTA, connecting voices of the Pacific.
Who doesn't love every bit of a Big Mac? A Big Mac, fries, and a Coke, only $6.99. Get one for a limited time.
Kings Guam Futures 2016, presented by Hilton Guam Resort and Spa and Docomo Pacific, bring the ITF Pro Circuit to Guam. The Kings Guam Futures will be swinging into action May 21st through the 29th. The Guam National Tennis Federation will host world-ranked tennis professionals who will be coming to Guam from all over the world. Netters will compete for prize money and ATP points to improve their position among the world's best. Qualifying matches will be played May 21st and 22nd, with the main draw to begin May 23rd. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors: Matson Navigation, Chuck E. Cheese's, Morico Equipment, and Dimension Systems.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
And welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Today we're talking about the Relay for Life, which happens this Friday. I'm here with Kathy Rivera-Castro and Sean Murphy. So for those in the community who haven't heard, what is the Relay for Life?
Relay for Life is the American Cancer Society's signature event. It's the time when we all gather at George Washington and we relay for our survivors. We relay for all those that have been taken by this dreadful disease. We show them in solidarity and support that we stand by them, and we continue to stand by them.
Okay, and most people in Guam have heard about this because it's been going on for so many years. But I understand that this year is a little bit different from years before. Can you tell us what's different this year?
In the past, Relay for Life has always been a 12-hour event. But this year, we have cut it down to 6 hours. So it begins at 6 p.m. in the evening and ends at 12:01, 1 minute after midnight into the new day. And the purpose of us cutting down the time frame is due to the fact that, Relay is all about our cancer survivors and their caregivers. Many of them have their medical challenges, and we wanted to be sensitive to their cause. We wanted them to be present for most of the activities, and this will give them the opportunity to be as present throughout the evening as long as possible. So taking into consideration their medical needs, and some of them just coming out of active treatment or still in active treatment, we wanted to be sensitive to that cause.
Okay, but even though it might be shorter, it's still jam-packed, full of events, full of fun activities for the entire family. So we're going to kind of give everyone a rundown of what to expect this Friday. So of course, first of all, the event kicks off with opening ceremonies at 6 p.m. So you can tell us what do the opening ceremonies consist of?
Well, it actually begins with, we have a dinner in honor of our survivors. So they come and they have dinner with us that evening. And after the dinner for the survivors and their primary caregiver, we go into the opening ceremonies. And I'll defer to Sean, who handles that.
Okay, well, on-site activities is I've been on the committee for about 3 years. And so this year, because it is jam-packed, we are actually starting Like Kathy said, we're starting with the Survivor dinner, but we're also starting at 5:30 with Team Zinahanya, which is a Zumba team that will come up to the front of the stage and get people excited, get people pumped up to start relaying at 6 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, we start the event with our Survivor lap, and then we also bring in the teams after that. So Kathy, what were you saying? Next will be the teams at that point.
Yeah.
So
Well, we have this we call the victory lap, which is where our survivors and our caregivers make the first initial lap around the track, and this is their time. And we ask everyone, to come out of their tents and actually just cheer them on. And, we have survivors that have just been newly diagnosed up until over 25 years of survivorship. So this is their moment to shine, and this is their moment to know that we rally with them. So that actually happens after the opening ceremonies, about 7:15. And then after they've made their full lap around the track, we begin with the parade of teams.
I just want to touch on the victory lap because that's one of my favorite parts of the entire event. I've only been to Relay for Life a few times, but that's the part where you really see everyone going around, and when it opened your eyes that cancer is something that touches so many people in the community, and you might be surprised because you might see some people who you didn't realize were there who are cancer survivors. We actually have a few cancer survivors here at KUAM, so make sure to look out for that.
And that is a comment that a lot of people make, is that once the Survivor lab, the survivors and the caregivers start to make that trek around the track, people is like, wow, I didn't know so and so, and it hits home for them. So it is a very, very special moment, for everyone present. And then we move on to the parade of teams. All the teams make their lap around the track. So from there, we go into the luminary ceremony, which I think everyone is quite familiar. And for those that aren't, the luminaries are these bags that are dedicated to someone that has been diagnosed with cancer or someone that has passed on in memory of a loved one. And these bags are literally lit, and we have thousands and thousands of bags that are set up on the center tent, and the lights are dimmed, and all you see is just the luminary bags and lit. And we have a special ceremony just for them, and that takes place at 9 o'clock, followed by the fight back ceremony, where we try to motivate everyone to continue this fight so that we can create a world without cancer and hopefully celebrate more birthdays. Yeah.
Okay, so the luminary ceremony is something that my mom is really into. She does this every year because my grandmother actually passed away from breast cancer. So are people still able to purchase luminary bags?
Yes. You can come down to the American Cancer Society office. We're located at the Bank of Guam Santa Cruz branch. And you can still purchase your luminaries, and we do have until Wednesday, and we still have luminary painting parties if you choose for us to decorate them. Thereafter, for a limited amount of what's left over, you can still purchase them that night at Relay for Life. In the office, they're sold for $12, and on that evening, it's $20. But there'll be some available for purchase that night at Relay for Life.
Okay, so can you tell us more about the fight back? Then what does that consist of?
The Fight Back event is basically the time when we speak to our community and how we can continue to carry on this fight to eradicate cancer in our community, whether it be through legislation, whether it be through education. So it's where we try to remind everyone to continue, the fight against cancer.
All right, well, thanks so much. Stay tuned because we have a lot more on Relay for Life coming up after the break.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just, feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So, I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Hafa, and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. I'm here with Kathy Rivera-Castro and Sean Murphy to talk about the Relay for Life happening this Friday. Okay, so when we left off, we covered most of the main events happening through the night. So now we're going to discuss some of the on-site activities.
Okay, so the on-site activities, we try to put something together for the people that attend. So to keep them motivated, to keep them out there. Usually it's a 12 hours. So like we said, we're doing 6 hours at this time. But so it's really jam-packed within the 6 hours. At first, we start off with DJ Ronnie Perez. He's coming in to DJ for us for the first couple of hours. And then we go into, like Kathy mentioned, we go into the victory lap and the survivor lap. In between that, we try to throw in different entertainment groups. We have Talent Box, which Rayla is also a cancer survivor. So she's heading up Talent Box, and they've been performing for us for the past 3 or 4 years already. So it's a great performance. They do about a 20 to 30-minute performance for us. After the Luminaria ceremony, we bring in to do some different activities. We do Count Your Laps, which has been a favorite throughout the years, where each team signs up to do a lap. So it's one person that will run around the lap, or they can switch them off. And each time they run around the lap, they put a penny in their bucket. So that's always been fun. Mm-hmm. Team Triple J has always been a big support on that. I mean, they have people lined up across the track, just trying to do different relays, just to keep the momentum up. We also have Coconut Relay, which is fun as well. It's basically doing a coconut over and under. And it's very popular. It's very easy, but also very popular with the group there. We're doing Midnight Madness, which it's not at midnight anymore because we had to move it up, but we kept the name, and it's a scavenger hunt that teams have signed up to do different activities across the track. And so whichever team gets all the clues and gets all the riddles wins that portion. We're also doing something new this year, which is called Queen of Relay, which you get a member of your team, male or female, and dress them up as a queen. And what they would do is go around the track for about 4 hours and solicit money or collect money as part of their team's fundraiser. And whoever collects the most money that evening will win the title of Queen of Relay that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one's exciting. It's
Yeah.
new and different. So it's male or female.
Yeah.
So
that should be interesting.
Yeah. It'll be interesting what the teams have to come up with. So we want to just make it fun. And we're doing a lot of stuff at that point. We also have our Team Frankie is also going to perform, one of the bands. They're going to perform for us that evening as well. So we're doing a lot of stuff. It's just trying to keep up with that. One of the other teams that's also hosting a Hope Lodge. And what they're doing is taking graham crackers and is it?
Yeah, graham crackers.
and
Hope. I don't know if you're familiar with Hope Lodge, but Hope Lodge is a venue where our cancer survivors undergoing treatment are able to stay in this facility at no cost to them while they're undergoing treatment. And there's one currently being built in Hawaii, so it's the closest one to us. So this challenge that Team AMI is doing is to how to build your own Hope Lodge. So it's built out of cookies and graham cracker crust, and there'll be a judging contest for that. So it's our way of promoting Hope Lodge, which is going to be open and dedicated in November of this year, which our people will be able to benefit from. You know?
Wow, so there's definitely a whole
Yes.
list of activities that people can participate in. So do you have to sign up ahead of time, or can you just sign
Yes,
up?
teams have already been given the opportunity to sign up. You're still able to sign up until Thursday before relay. So at least we get everybody there, so we have enough materials to do our different events. Other events that we have every year is the tent decorating contest. So teams have signed up for that to decorate their canopy or their tent into the theme of this year, which is Paint Your World Purple. So we're excited to see what different things we can, or what the teams have come up with for the purple season this year. So.
Well, I have to say that I've been all around for the past couple months, and all I see is purple. At every government agency, everywhere I go, and I've seen some really creative displays. So I'm sure it'll be a sight to see at the Relay for Life.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so you touched a little bit about the theme. So, you know, why don't we go back and talk about the purpose of Relay for Life and why this event happens every year and is so important for our community members.
As I mentioned, Relay for Life is the American Cancer Society's signature event, but it's also its signature fundraising event. And the proceeds that are collected goes towards the programs of the American Cancer Society. And one of the major programs that they have is research. And American Cancer Society is the only organization in Guam that does support research. We are actually the second, ACS is the second largest contributor to research, federal government being the first one.
Wow.
And research is so important because it has personally affected me in my story. And we'd like the people of Guam to know that through research, our people have benefited from medication like tamoxifen and Gleevec that came from the proceeds of funding from American Cancer Society.
And you've benefited from this yourself?
Yes, personally. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us and giving us all this information on Relay for Life. We really appreciate all the work that you guys are doing for our community. All right, well, stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
Now is the time, Guam. The Drive and Discovery event is going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Get the award-winning 2016 Hyundai Accent starting at just $11,995. That's right, $11,995. Or indulge in the completely redesigned 2017 Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995. For fast credit approval, visit us online at carsplusguam.com. With quick and easy financing available, the time to buy is now. Come experience the Drive and Discovery event today at Cars Plus Hyundai, the official vehicle sponsor of FestPack. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Join the Guam Visitors Bureau along with the Pacific Asia Travel Association for the PATA Annual Summit May 18th to the 21st at the Dusatani Guam Resort. Meet visitor industry experts from around the world. Receive the latest industry trends and network to help your business grow. Seating is limited, so register today for your chance to participate in this world-class event. To register, visit pata.org or call GVB today.
Well, that's it for tonight's show. Don't forget, if there's a health, home, or lifestyle topic you'd like to see us cover, email me at isa@kuam.com. We'll see you next week, and stay healthy, Guam.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.